Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Living Fossils. And in this episode, we have quite some big stuff planned for today's episode. We might be expanding our dino zoo, which means we will be building a new enclosure, a new dinosaur enclosure. What dinosaur? I am not telling you now. That we will find out together. Well, I already know, but I want to keep it a surprise for you guys. But we have some few stuff to do before we start. So the thing that I wanted to do in today's episode was obviously build a new enclosure. But as you remember, in one of the episodes, we managed to get 2 wither skulls, and we are missing a third one for us to be able to spawn the wither. Now, with the wither, I would love to have a beacon, because farming with all these tools, that's, you know, they are enchanted, but they're not the best. It takes quite some time. With the beacon, it would speed up the process so much. And we also did manage to get some blaze rods, but we do not have enough ender pearls. What I also wanted to do in today's episode was to find the end portal and the stronghold. Because I am planning on going to the Nether, beating the Ender Dragon, and finding ourselves some shulkers and elytras in episode 5. So our Jurassic adventure, building the zoo basically, would be so much easier and just faster to do. So why don't we start by going into the Nether, getting some more wither skulls, blaze rods, and possibly more ender pearls for the end portal. So I'll see you guys in the Nether. Alright, so we are in the Nether. But where was the Nether fortress? We gotta get to that. Okay, so we made it to the Nether fortress now. But let's hunt down some wither skeletons, and let's find that blaze spawner we found in episode 2. Or 3, I can't quite remember. Alright, so we killed a few blazes, and we got 6 blaze rods, and we, if I remember correctly, we have 9 back at our base. So that should be enough of blaze rods. Now, all we need is basically a wither skull. So we just gotta find some wither skeletons.
Many months later.
Oh my god. We've been in the Nether for so long. And we got our last and final wither skull. Oh, thank god. Okay, now what we need ender pearls. If I remember correctly, Enderman can spawn in the warped forest biome, as in the blue one. For example, that one up there. So let's travel up there to the blue biome. And let's see and hope if there are any Endermen, because we need quite a few ender pearls. Alright, everybody, we made it home. And we managed to get 11 ender pearls, and we have in total 26 blaze rods. So why don't we make 11 Eye of Enders and put the blaze powder and blaze rods back. Now this we can put in the top chest, and we also did a full set of diamond armor, and we got enough experience to enchant all of that. So why don't we try our luck and enchant all the diamond armor? Alright, it's not the worst, but it's really not the best either. So we'll just put it here for now. Wait for our iron armor to wear off. But one thing that we can do, why don't we make ourselves a bow? And let's enchant that. Because I feel like we need a bow for if we fight the Ender Dragon and the Wither as well. This is really not that bad. Power, Unbreaking, and Flame. That's pretty good for a bow. I like that. So now with the Eye of Enders and the 3 Wither Skulls that we have, first thing we'll do, we're gonna fight the Wither Skeleton, but we're gonna go deep underground and fight it underground, because I kind of don't want the Wither destroying our world up here. And when we get the beacon, or create the beacon, we will then try or go on an adventure and find the Stronghold. Hopefully it's not that far away. So yeah, see you guys in the underground with the Wither. Alright, so we made it to the cave. Now, what I was thinking we're gonna do with the Wither. Let's light up this area. And we also put on our diamond armor. Look, we shines like look at us. Oh, feels so good to have diamond armor. Anyways. I was thinking we would mine a tunnel through here. And then we would make a little chamber where we spawn the Wither in. And that's basically so the Wither doesn't like escape and like start breaking and killing everything on the overworld, and literally like everything and anything that's moving. So we will create a chamber for him and we will kill him easily, just like that. Without any water, please. This should be enough. And now we spawn the Wither. Ooh. We did it. We killed the Wither. He hit us once with his like skulls, but we are absolutely fine. Oh wow, that was an awesome fight. Pretty easy, I won't lie. But we got our first Nether star. Like, look at it. And now with this beauty, we can create ourselves our first beacon. So let's go do that. Now I don't remember how you create a beacon. But we will just take a look in the recipe book. So we need obsidian, glass, and then nether star. Obsidian we have, glass we have, and wow, our first beacon. This feels good. This feels absolutely great to have a beacon in our hands. So now that the Wither is killed, our next thing we'll do is actually go and find the Stronghold and hope we can find the end portal for episode 5. Oh, episode 5 would be so big. But yeah, we're gonna go on an adventure, me and my horse. And we'll see. We'll see which way the Eye of Ender leads us. Great. And our first eye is stuck. It's stuck up in a tree. Okay, horsey. Let's try this again. so the Eye of Ender says that we passed it, so we got this far, so I believe it's gonna be here somewhere. We are pretty close to it. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, we found it. I spy. Okay. Now out of 11, we only got 6. Because 5 of them broke. So, let's hope the Ender portal is already full of Eye of the Enders. And let's hope this Stronghold is somewhat big. So it looks like it's pretty big. Looks like it's a pretty big Stronghold. I will be honest. We have a library, that's good. Let's check the library out. Alright, awesome. Why don't we get some books as well, just so that's done? Okay, where is this end portal? I'm starting to get a little bit worried that there is no end portal. Hold on, that was a... That right there was a second library. Whoa. We are lucky with libraries. Ooh, Aqua Affinity and Piercing. Flame Smite Efficiency, that is pretty good. Is there any other chests? Is there only one chest in the libraries? I always thought there was 2 chests. There are 2 chests, I knew it. We're gonna have to go check out the other library again. Power 4, that's perfect for our bow. Because we have power 3 right now, and we could upgrade our power 3 to power 4. Awesome. Okay, so we've explored all of this pretty much. Let's head back down and see. I feel like we're gonna be looking for quite some time. And would you look at that, just as I say that, we find the end portal. How many are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are missing 11 and we only have 6. That is a shame. Is this the ocean? Oh, awesome, perfect. Okay, hold on. Let's make a little... entrance here, shall we? Because if this goes all the way up... No, it doesn't. Oh, diamonds. So now we're only missing 5 more Eyes of Ender. That it's a shame. It is a shame we do not have enough, but it is what it is. Well, there's nothing else we can do besides probably just mining right up. Alright, so now we basically got, I guess, somewhat of an entrance to the end portal, but we will create something pretty cool whenever we would create our Nether hub. So, now that we found the Stronghold and the end portal, we can basically head back to the base. Alright, we made it to our base, and I am so glad we went on that little adventure, because we managed to find ourselves a cave. Nothing special about the cave, it's just a cave, but we got a couple of diamonds. So we got a stack of diamonds from that one big cave, so now we have this many diamonds. Stack and 54. And I also wanted to make... a couple more blast furnaces, because we got a couple stacks of iron. And with that iron, I kind of want to make the beacon with iron blocks. Alright, so now our iron is smelting. We got the clay that we got off camera in between episodes for more bricks. What now? We are pretty much halfway into the video, so I think I'll be making sure and farming the materials off camera. For what dinosaur? I am not telling you guys yet. You would just have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm gonna be farming materials off camera, and I'll see you guys in the spot where we will be building and expanding our Jurassic Zoo, building our new enclosure. Alright, so we got to the area where we will be building our next enclosure. So we will be building the enclosure in this area right here. So what we will do some terraforming, and then we will expand the path going from our Stegosaurus enclosure, expanding in this way, which is south. We're going to be expanding our path going south, and we'll kind of curve the path going up to this little hill, and we'll figure something else for this hill. But the enclosure will be maybe double the size of the Stegosaurus enclosure, or somewhat similar, but it will be more of like the rectangular side. So we'll go from, like, let's say from this bush all the way down to like this tree. Something like that. Yeah, I do like the sound of that. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a little time lapse of us terraforming and building the path, and then I see you guys back here with the microphone and all. Alright, so we did some terraforming around here. Now I am not quite sure how all this is going to turn out with the enclosure here, but that's what we're gonna figure out now. So what I'm gonna do, like we did with that enclosure, I'm gonna do a line of coarse dirt, let's say to like right here. Just like that. And we're gonna do the same right here. Just like that. Now, all we pretty much need is the outline for the enclosure. So why don't we just start doing that? Do the outline and start working on the enclosure a bit. Alright everybody, so the enclosure is done. It's not detailed obviously, but it's done. So we got the custom cliff in the background, which I really love. I really love how it turned out. And we got the tough boulders here and there scattered around the enclosure. And this enclosure is pretty big. And I just love how the whole vibe of the park is going so far. And we also added one of those zookeepers huts at the end here, basically for me to enter and exit the enclosure. But what we're gonna do now, we are gonna add the lip or like the edge to the fence that we have, and we're gonna complete the zookeeper's hut. Then after that's done, we will, okay, I'm pretty excited for this, but I will show you guys which dinosaur will be living in this enclosure. And then after that, we will be detailing the enclosure together, adding water, maybe a lake, flowing river, that would be pretty cool. And obviously add the foliage and all, and just details around the enclosure. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys pretty soon with all the stuff that we need. Alright, so I grabbed all the materials we need. Now, the back of the cliff is really not the prettiest. But that doesn't matter for now. I will be fixing that off camera in between episodes. What matters is the view from the viewing part and like the path and just, oh wow. I really love how it all turned out. But yeah, why don't we start detailing this build? So let's start with this. Awesome, just like that. We got ourselves the little zookeeper's hut. And I absolutely love it. Now that this is done, we can start getting in the edge for the fence now. And I hope that I have enough spruce trapdoors. So now that we got the lip in, or the edge on the fence, we can add in, what do we add in next? I was thinking we maybe add in like a pond here in this area. But yeah, now that we got our lake in, or at least the hole for the lake, I was thinking we could maybe make like a river flowing down into it. Let's see if we can maybe do something with that. So what if we take the river from here? There you go, something like this. I do like how that looks. Now, we do need some water. Alright, so we got the river in, and I do like how it's turning out. Why don't we also add a little waterfall up there? That could be pretty cool. Oh yeah. Just like that. I do love how that looks. Okay, what we'll add now, we will for sure add the feeding station and that path. And then some details around like trees and bushes. And then we also need to go and farm some small drip leaves again. So I will do that off camera. I'll do that off camera, and then I see you guys when I've got everything basically. Or like when we started building the paths and detailing the enclosure. Alright, so we've got everything I need, I'm pretty sure. So what we're gonna start with, we will start with our lake. So the idea for the lake was to kind of create this little grassy part right here. Just like that. And then we would go with the small drip leaves. And kind of fill this whole area in with them. Just like that, and then scatter them a bit around on the edges. Awesome, just like that. Then we would obviously bone meal this whole area. And that should be it. we did forget our lily pads though, so I would just quickly go and grab them. Then we would scatter some lily pads around. Like that. Okay, I like that. Now with the rest of the drip leaves, we can just kind of scatter them also around. So let's put some more of them up here. Then a few more here, and then let's put 2 more here. Then obviously some lily pads here and there. Kind of give the area some life, just like that. Awesome, perfect. I love it. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna move this rock to down here. And then we're gonna put our feeder here. Filled with seeds. Then we're gonna start on our pathway for the dinosaurs. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna build a main path first. So main path is gonna go from the door to here. So it would be 3 blocks wide. Awesome, just like that. Then we'd kind of create a circle around the feeder to kind of indicate that the dinosaurs are around the feeder most of the time. So like kind of give the effect that the ground is kind of worn and all. Just like that. Now actually, let's make this path more like that. A little scoop. Something like that. So now when we got the main path in, we also got to do the same on this side actually. Now that we got the main path in, we can add in kind of scatter around some smaller paths. So let's add a little path going from here. Kind of like this. And then let's add one more little path going down to the lake kind of. So, and now that we got this in, we can kind of start adding some edges with coarse dirt. So for example, if we start with the main path, we can kind of make it look like it's been worn and used for quite a while. Just like that. Let's be quick with this. So the concrete doesn't turn into, or the powder doesn't turn into concrete. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Now we can kind of narrow down this path by adding some coarse dirt here and there. So the concrete powder is thinner and the coarse dirt itself, like the outsides of the path, are the impacted areas. Maybe just something like this. And then we can kind of fill in some areas where it's a bit heavy with the coarse dirt, back in with grass. And we can add some coarse dirt very, very lightly scattered around. Just like that. Awesome. Now we're gonna repeat this basically with every single path that we've added. So now, I would say that we got the path in, and with the path in, we're gonna fill up the feeder a bit with some of the seeds. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add in trees. Now with the trees, I decided to do kind of like birch tree design. Now I'm gonna show in a second what I mean, but we will add a birch tree here. Then let's add a birch tree here. Let's add one here. Another one here. Let's add one up here. Why not? One by the cliff. Then let's add one by the lake. Then let's maybe add one. Maybe that should be enough. We'll see. What we need now is we gotta build them up. So awesome, just like that. So now we basically got the branches in. What we'll do now, is we're gonna build up the tree itself. So the main idea with this was pretty much add the leaves kind of pointing up, because that's how birch trees are in real life pretty much. The branches go upwards instead of kind of like outwards and downish. So we're just gonna do this design like we did with the small birch trees there, just kind of on a bigger scale. So we basically got something like this, and I really do like how it turned out. I really like this little birch tree design. So let's do one more together. Let's do this one. Okay, just like that. Let's go on this side, and let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then we do kind of swoop one in from here, and then let's swoop one in from here. And then we can add one more on this one. And let's swoop one more down here. Just like that. Awesome little birch tree design. Now I'm gonna do the rest of camera. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, perfect. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 birch trees, custom birch trees. But this is not our one custom tree a day. We will be building one possibly in the middle there. Just swoop up there. But now that the trees are done, we can pretty much get this, get the flowers. And now we will add some bushes around. Just like that, perfect. Now we will add in our grass. And we will obviously take out the flowers, because we don't need random flowers. In our enclosure, we will be adding a little pack, a little bundle of our own flowers scattered around the enclosure. So yeah. And we're just adding the flowers to adding some color to the enclosure. Some more life without like actual life, like without any living dinosaurs. Alright, awesome. That should be all the grass in place. Now we're gonna add in the flowers. So let's try with some white ones. So now that it's raining, I'm pretty sure the enclosure is fully done. We got the fence, we got the little edge. We managed to detail the enclosure as well. We got the fence and we got the custom cliff in the background. I really like this design. Like, it's just layered and all. It's just wow. And as you probably saw while I was opening my inventory, you probably can tell what dinosaur we will be having in this enclosure. And it is the Parasaurus, or the Parasaurolophus. And we actually managed to get 2 DNA from it. And we have 2 eggs, luckily. So what we'll do, let's put them... Okay, let's take some seeds so we can make sure that they're ours. And let's put them in the middle here. So, egg and egg. And now we wait for them to hatch. I really hope we can get a male and a female. So then we can possibly get babies and just more. We can get a whole family living in this beautiful enclosure. Oh wow, I really do love how this turned out. We're gonna wait for the eggs to hatch, and then obviously I will give you guys some little cinematic shots of the habitat with... Took some time to load, but with some beautiful shaders. Oh wow. This really just... I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm inside of the habitat. Like, I just love it. It's so beautiful with shaders. Wow. I love it. But yeah, shaders up for now. And let's wait for the dinosaurs. 50%, 50%. Halfway done. Ooh, we are almost there. 75%. They got food. They got 7,000 food. That's plenty, I hope, for these two guys. Maybe guys and a girl. Or two girls, who knows. And they are almost at 90%. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, they're shaking. They're shaking. They're about to hatch. Oh, this is so exciting. Any second now. Awesome. Oh, look at them. They're so small and cute. Let's see. He's happy. I'm the owner. This is a male. And we have a female. Oh, this is so perfect. We have a cute little couple here. A female and a male. Oh wow, I was not expecting that at all. Let's put some more wheat seeds into these guys. And let's take a nap with them. Why don't we? Oh, look at them. I cannot wait to watch them grow up. I know. You're telling them they should subscribe, aren't you? If you guys have any fun and cool name ideas for the male and the female, put them down in the comment section. But there is one thing we actually forgot to do with the habitat. And it's the secondary fence, like we did with the Stegosaurus enclosure. So I'm gonna quickly do that off camera. And then we're gonna end the episode with the time lapse of the custom tree, right in the middle. Awesome. Now, we got the primary, not the primary, we got the secondary fence in with the bushes, and we got our custom tree. Oh wow, just look at it. I love how it turned out. And it's like in the middle of the path. It's like a roundabout, kind of like a round circular path. I really love it. It's not centered, but that's okay. Stuff don't have to be centered always. Now, pretty much without any further to do, this is the end of the episode. If you do enjoy it, oh, look at our little Parasauruses. Here's the female. Where's the male? You're so small. Oh, what are you doing? You're not a frog. Well, oh well. But yeah, without any further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Oh, I had so much fun building this enclosure. If you have any suggestions for the female and the male Parasaurs, put them down in the comment section, and please do subscribe. Smash the like button and comment down below. It really helps the algorithm and to show support. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.